125 students from all the colleges and schools that were in the competition. In your group, I think actually in the end, I think there were 8 schools and colleges. The group after us, for whatever reasons, we ended up with about 12 different groups. And what we did is we had some talks from some visiting speakers, invited speakers, and then we showed a short clip from all the films, only about sort of a 30-second clip. And then each trainer stood up and gave some very short feedback on the project, and then awarded an excellence award to one person in the group. Now, you didn't know about this, and it's not something that we broadcast to the students when we come to do the training. And for us, it's a way of us picking someone out from the team that, during the course of those 5 days, really embraced the course and really kind of possibly grew more than maybe other people in the group. Really took on board what the project is all about and found new ways of doing things that they previously maybe hadn't done before and certainly hadn't shown at the start of the project. So for us, it's really, as trainers, it's a really, really important part of what we do, because as far as we're concerned, what we're trying to do is give you an experience and an opportunity to do stuff that you've never done before. We were talking about before next door, weren't we? About almost kind of not breaking you, but really stretching you. Certainly by days 4 and 5, you're really being stretched to the limit. And as a result of the project that we did, you had a fantastic video and website at the end of it. The website was a very important part of it as well. The judges were also very taken by the website, the level of research that you guys had done, but also the breadth of types of media that you generated. Those videos that you did, where you interviewed each other. Remind me who was on the marketing?
I think it was Kane.
Yeah, you was asking questions, right?
That's right, Kane. You can't remember, it was a while back. When was it that we did it now? Was it January?
Yeah, it was January.
Yeah. So it was a while ago. Yeah. 15.
Yeah.
Very good. And the videos were really picked out by the judges. They loved those. But it wasn't just the fact that people were sitting in front of the camera. It was the fact that you did things like take shots from 2 angles and edit between the 2 angles. Those sorts of things were picked up on. I was interested to see if they did pick up on that stuff, and they did. So it really showed that you went the extra distance with the media that you were creating and the stories that you were trying to tell on the website. And the written words were very good as well. The actual written blog pieces were very good, as well as the videos. But ultimately, it came down to this the actual business idea itself. But before we talk about the business idea, which we'll come on to do now, I've got a certificate here for one person. That person is here in the room, out of all the people that were on the programme. And for me, I think this person certainly for me showed they went the extra distance, and I think at times probably surprised themselves as to the sorts of things they could do. And although I think everyone in the group, in their own way, I think found new ways of doing things and challenged themselves. That's one of the reasons why I was so chuffed working with you guys, is that everyone managed to find a way of challenging themselves and push through the finish line, because those last 2 days, days 4 and 5, they were tough.
Very stressful.
Really stressful. It was really stressful, I know. And there was little falling out, wasn't there, along the way, between yourselves and with me. But what a result. We got to the end, we were buddies by the end. And that's the way business is, or can be sometimes, particularly when you have those deadlines. And we're not the only group. Every group, I've seen it, every group I work with and every group that all the other trainers work with, those days 4 and 5 really test your mettle as to what you can achieve and how you go about your business. And everyone, I think, stood up to that. And really stepped up to the plate, and it shone through in the work that you did, because other projects the website might fizzle a bit because that's been left behind and they're focusing on other things. But this particular person, from day 1 to day 5, to me personally was unrecognisable from the input that they'd given to the project. At first, I think they weren't sure about the project, what their role was going to be in the project. By the end, it was very clear to me that they had grasped a role for themselves in the project. Because I can say, I think you should be this, what do you reckon? But unless you actually take that on board and decide that's what I'm going to go and do, it's not going to happen. So I'm sure you're all going to give a big round of applause when I say that my Excellence Award winner is Tamana. Well done.